This one is focused on rapid decarbonisation of the supply chain, and that's going to be presented by Paul Foster from Auditel. So over to you, Paul.
Thank you very much, Alan. So rapid supply chain decarbonisation, it's your secret weapon. Sounds impossible, doesn't it? Well, no, it's not. Decarbonising your supply chain is a massive project, I agree, but it's something that you can actually focus on the 80-20 rule. So it's worth doing because there's a number of reasons why it's worth decarbonising for buildings and products, but I'll come on to that. It's not just good for the planet, it's good strategically for your business. Let me explain how and why. Let's just pick on a couple of areas. I talked about products and buildings. Lowering your embodied carbon in buildings will increase the value by 6%, according to BlackRock. And they should know they're the world's biggest asset management company with $10 trillion under its control. So if they think it's going to jack property prices by 6%, I think there's something in it. And when you talk about investors, they're looking at stranded assets where the buildings don't meet the right criteria. In today's simple language, EPC ratings that are too low, but there's a lot more to it than that. Lowering embodied carbon in your products and services is not just about reducing greenhouse gases. It saves you money, it boosts your reputation, it future-proofs your business, and it helps you sell more stuff. It's fairly obvious in the business-to-business environment because you can explain what you're doing, and maybe if you're doing carbon accounting and certification and so on and so forth, it's obvious. With the business to consumer, it's less obvious, but the same principles apply, particularly when you look at the legislation going through the European Union and the UK in terms of product verification. Anyway, why is the supply chain so important? Well, I'm going to tell you the obvious, really. Did you know that 80 to 90% of your carbon emissions come from the supply chain? When you think about it, that really leaves 10 to 20% within your operations. That makes sense. So it's the biggest opportunity to decarbonise rapidly. So taking a strategic approach to net zero will unleash sustainable growth in your business. Today, I hope to give you an insight into how the supply chain decarbonisation can make you more money. So rapid decarbonisation isn't easy, but with the right approach, it's achievable. Follow the 80-20 rule. Bear that in mind as we go through this. It requires a multifaceted strategy that tackles your entire supply chain, but let's focus on what really matters. Data, knowledge is power, will help you identify your carbon hotspots, the biggest areas where we can make the biggest impact. What affects your products, for example? The secret weapon is decarbonisation. Is really not just about saving the planet. A lot of people think it is. It's about saving money. Carbon reduction and cost reduction go hand in hand. And of course, selling more stuff. So if you've got the right story around it, you're going to be selling more stuff, more products and services. But at the end of the day, you can guarantee it will maximize your bottom line profits. So optimizing supply chain will reduce cost and drive cost savings. It's a win-win. But as with anything, you need a roadmap. So we'll develop an action plan. We'll work with you to develop a clear and actionable roadmap to reach your decarbonisation goals. This will include data-driven insights. We'll create a comprehensive report. We'll pinpoint where the biggest carbon emissions are. We'll guide you around reduction strategies. And we'll put together an action plan, or rather an actionable plan. Together we'll craft a realistic roadmap to achieve your sustainability goals. It really is about collaborative success. And when I talk about the broader power of partnerships, it's really around not just the supply chains, but circular economy. So we'll connect you with the right suppliers to build that long-term circular economy solution. So beyond efficiency, what is the circular economy? Well, it's rapid decarbonisation, which goes way, way beyond operational. We'll consider the whole life cycle, the entire life cycle of a product, including end of life, and we'll explore in a very brief example, product as a service and the way that we're moving away from the old linear economy to a circular one. So what is sustainable sourcing? Well, it's connecting you with the right suppliers who share your commitment to sustainability and are willing to build that circular economy solution. A circular economy is a model of production and consumption that involves sharing, reusing, repairing, refurbishing, recycling, and using products for as long as possible. Let me just give you an example that I was talking to somebody only the other day about. Imagine selling the steel from a building that's just been demolished. So a building's just been demolished, you sell the steel to the steel company that recycles it and supplies you with new steel for the rebuilding of a new property. If you take that a stage further, actually you're providing them with a lot of steel and you're getting some steel back. You could actually, and they're in discussions with someone at the moment about this kind of thing, you could actually pay the steel company for simply processing the steel. In this way, the life cycle of a product is extended. This contrasts, I guess, with today's take, make, dispose model in which resources are extracted, used, and then thrown away. So the whole circular economy aims to keep products and materials in use for as long as possible. In the past, people designed products so that as soon as you got outside the guarantee period, the product failed, or shortly afterwards. And it's really moving the product to a different space here, product as a service. So the circular economy has several benefits for the environment, the economy, and society. For the environment, the circular economy can help reduce waste, conserve resources, and reduce pollution. But for the economy, it can create jobs, businesses, and help reduce costs. So for society, the circular economy can create a more sustainable future. So let's look at some key principles of the circular economy. Traditionally, the economy has been linear. As I said earlier, we design obsolescence, take resources, make it, and throw it away. Today, you need to start looking at how you can recycle stuff. I mean, if you look at steel, for example, if there's a high recycled content in steel, you use renewable energy and you use the right kind of transport, you've got a low carbon product coming out the end. So designing out waste and pollution is about where we need to take this. It's designed to be durable, repairable, and recyclable, and extend the product life cycle. So keep products and materials in use. Products should be sold as a service, leased, refurbished, manufactured, remanufactured, and used for as long as possible. And in fact, the circular economy can make that possible. So it's about regenerating natural systems, using clean solutions and resources while nature thrives alongside us. So the time to act is now. Why? Well, consumers want to hear this. They want to buy it. Investors are interested in it. Governments want people to decarbonise. In fact, all stakeholders are increasingly demanding sustainable products, while most of the sectors that we work in are looking at operational carbon. You need to focus on the supply chain, because by acting now, you'll gain competitive edge and future-proof your business. Don't wait to unlock the power of rapid supply chain decarbonisation, because you'll hit all your targets and you'll differentiate yourself in the market. So if you've got an interest, let's chat about how we can help you transform your supply chain into a force for good. Contact us today. Thank you.